What's going on, guys? Justin Melson here. I create all the content on the Happyfox Productions YouTube channel, and today I just wanted to answer a question that I seem to get a lot through personal messages and everything, is how do I afford filmmaking gear? Which, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, if you need something, you go work and you get it, but I guess people kind of want that magical answer, like there's a button that you push that gives you money, but that's not the case. I mean, in my personal circumstance, I get my gear by working many jobs and paying for it. I mean, just like a lot of people. I mean, I feel like it's one of those things where when someone has a lot of film gear, it kind of discourages people that aren't at that level because they're like, wow, that person has all that gear and I only have a Canon 60D or T2i. I mean, I have a T2i. I get professional jobs with my T2i that pay for other gear. But I mean, people are like, oh, you know, I only have this $100 Manfrotto tripod and my little 60D, but I want this and I want this and I want to buy an Arri Alexa and I want to buy a Red, but it's like, I mean, which you don't really buy Alexas, by the way, but I don't know, I feel like it just kind of discourages people. So this video is kind of just clear it up. I mean, just to be completely raw and authentic as possible, is I work very many jobs. I mean, I still once in a while work at a yogurt shop and, you know, it helps me pay for bills. Like, I work a part-time job, I work my freelance, and I'm just a busy person. Like, I really don't take days off. So it's one of those things where if you really want something, you got to work hard for it. And I've just kind of learned that in life. Because of my personal situation growing up, when, you know, my family and I really didn't have a lot of money, so I kind of learned the value of a dollar. Like, I mean, there's been times where we didn't really have like food or things like that, so I'm like, okay, so like, what can we buy with a dollar? Oh, we could buy a pack of cookies. I'm like, I learned what a dollar can do. So when I charge my clients, or when I'm spending money, or when I'm trying to raise money for something, I know exactly how much money it costs, and I budget everything down to a T. Last year, I was budgeting, like, you know, I got tipped at my job, so I would save up tip money. I would save up, you know, I would do jobs that pay me like $25, which is nothing. That's like gas. And I'll take those jobs. I took every job I could to eventually save up for this computer, which cost me $4,000. And I mean, as a 19-year-old, that's a lot of money, you know? So like, I do what people do. I work. And as of now, there's still no magical button. I just kind of work, you know, like, I just bought this Kino Flow light that's lighting me now, which I don't know if anyone noticed. The lighting is a little bit better now. But I mean, the way I bought it is I just worked hard. You know, I flew to Indianapolis, I flew to LA, I flew to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I work for like days and days and days, and then I edit shows and just edit more shows, and then I'll shoot more stuff, and then it's a lot of hard work. You know, like, you go 3 weeks without taking a break, and that's just my work ethic, and that's just what I'm used to, because I know at the end of the day I want to succeed, and I'm not going to allow failure. Not in a weird way, like, I won't allow failure. You know, like, if I fail, then great, you know, then I'll pick myself back up. A quote that I like to use is Batman Begins, Thomas Wayne in The Dark Knight. Batman Begins. He was like, why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up. So it's like, my thing is just work hard, save money. I mean, I have overhead, I pay rent and bills and food and all that kind of stuff, but I still manage to work a second job or a third job to get this stuff that I need so I can buy microphones and cameras and stuff. And then once I do that, I put it back into my filmmaking, I put it back into my YouTube, and I put it back into just who I am. And then as a result, you know, I get something out of it. I might get recognition, or I might get more jobs, or, you know, but at the end of the day, as opposed to all the financial stuff, it's just being a good person and having a good attitude. I've said this in my other video on how I progress as a filmmaker. I think that video was. It's honestly just having a good attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. And if you have a good attitude about who you are and what you're doing, then you're gonna go far. And then I feel like some people even get lost. They're like, oh, like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, I want to do filmmaking, but I don't have all this money to buy this stuff, nor do I know how to start saving up for this stuff. And I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and I did like 5 years worth of free work before I made any money from film. Like, I started interning for this place in 2010, and I didn't start getting paid until like late 2013. Or in fact, I started in late 2009, but I did like 4 years worth of work before I saw money from that. And granted, I don't feel like I was deserving of money yet because I was still learning. I wasn't really worth being paid. But it took me 3 to 4 years of working my butt off to start making money. And now I am 21 years old and I'm getting pretty good jobs, like jobs that 50-year-olds are trying to get. Like I get to, not showboating, but I get to like travel. I get to go to Hawaii next week and like shoot there. I mean, lots of great stuff. But the thing is, I hustled and worked my butt off for like 8 years to get to this point. And I will still continue to hustle and work my butt off for another 8 years. And hopefully in 8 years from now, I hope to be, directing films more than, doing freelance. I'd hope to be directing bigger projects. But I don't know where I'll be in 8 years. But that's just kind of how it is. Work hard, hustle, work your butt off, have a good attitude while you do it, because people are going to want to hire you and get to know you because of your personality. And like, oh, John or you or whoever, that's a good person to work with. Hire him. He's always happy. Like me, whenever I try and find people to work on my sets or my projects, I look for people who have good personalities, not necessarily how good you are. I mean, if you're good, that's a bonus. Great. I need fast and good working people, but I look for someone that's like, yeah, man, I want to do the best that I can and I want to help you make your project great. And like, I need people with good attitudes. If you have a good attitude, you're going to go far, because people are going to notice it. And so that's just how I work. I try to have a good attitude no matter what I do, and then that gets me more jobs, and I make more money, then I buy more gear, then I keep getting more jobs, and it's just kind of a repeating cycle. Next thing you know, years down the line, you're kind of doing what you want to do in life, and that's just how it is. Just work hard, be a respectful person, be a great person, have a great attitude, and great things will happen. And again, I mean, the money's important, of course, but don't let your lack of finances determine that you're going to be a filmmaker or not be a filmmaker. If you don't have the money to buy a camera, do you have an iPhone? Do you have an Android? Shoot something, like you use your resources, do whatever you can. If you want to be a filmmaker, go do it. I mean, I just got really motivational on you guys, I guess, but like, honestly, just do what you have to do and it'll happen, Like I shot on a $200 camera for like, you can even go back on my channel and see all the way up to like 2012. I was shooting on a $200 camera. And then my mom worked overtime to pay for my first DSLR, which is a T2i. Ever since then, she hasn't paid for anything filmmaking related. Ever since like 2012, once I kind of got that little boost, like, okay, my mom got me a camera, like a DSLR, I did everything from there because I knew I'm determined and I don't want my needs to make other people more stressed. So I take it upon myself and then people notice it and then people kind of help you out along the way. So if you want to do what you got to do, go get it. Don't let anyone tell you can't, and don't let the lack of money tell you can't. I mean, by all means, make sure you have a steady income, make sure you're eating and all that stuff. I mean, I make sure we're eating and, we have a roof over our head before I consider buying equipment. Once you're kind of stable mentally and you're there mentally and you're good, then work your butt off and go for what you want and you'll get what you want. You'll be a happy camper. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Justin Melson with Happyfox Productions. If you guys want to follow me on social media, all my Instagram and Twitter and all that kind of stuff is down below. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. I do have a big project that I'm announcing very soon. It's a very big project and I'm excited to get you guys involved with this. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time.